Welcome home. Looky Lou presents Goodnight Goldie. Written by Cindy Candamore. Illustration by Carl Dennis Moore. It was late in home, and Goldie was getting ready for bed. He took a bath, brushed his teeth, and put his pajamas on. He is ready for bed. Goldie got into his bed and pulled the covers up, but when he rested his head, he looked outside his window and saw the spooky tree, and got a little scared by its pointy branches. Goldie ran to Barnaby. "Papa, Papa, I can't sleep. The tree outside is scary," he says while gently shaking Barnaby. Barnaby wakes up tiredly, smiles at Goldie, and walks him back to his room. "Don't worry, little buddy, I will put a curtain up for you. That tree will scare you no more," Barnaby says with a smile. "There, these curtains will block the scary tree. You shall be scared no more," Barnaby says, smiling. He tucked Goldie into his bed, walked to the door, and then turned his head towards Goldie. "Time to sleep, Goldie? I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Goldie," Barnaby says, turning the lights off. Goldie rested his head again, but his eyes wandered over to his wooden chair in the corner of his room and spotted a figure sitting in it. He leaped out of his bed and ran to Barnaby. "Papa, Papa, I can't sleep. There's a monster sitting in the chair in my room," Goldie said, shaking Barnaby awake. He sits up, rubbing his eyes and yawning. Barnaby turned the lights on and looked at the chair. "See, it's just your clothes on the chair. Let's put your stuff up. They shall scare you no more," he said, putting the stuff away. "They're all clean. No more monster in the chair and no scary tree outside the window. Now it's time to sleep. Good night, Goldie," Barnaby says, turning the lights off and headed back to his room. Goldie once again rested his head, but after he did, he hears a loud scratching noise throughout his room. He looks around but couldn't find where it was coming from. Goldie once again ran to Barnaby's room and shook him awake. "Papa, Papa, I can't sleep. There's a scratching noise in my room." Barnaby tiredly sat up, rubbing his eyes, looking at Goldie. Barnaby went to Goldie's room and turned on the lights. He looked around and saw a wind-up duck toy walking into the dresser. He picked up the toy and showed Goldie. "See, little buddy, nothing to be scared of. The tree is blocked, the clothes are gone, and the sound is a toy, see? No more scary nights," Barnaby says, ruffling Goldie's hair. With a smile, Goldie climbed into his bed, and Barnaby tucked him in. Barnaby kissed Goldie's head and then turned his lights off. Barnaby looked at Goldie and gave a smile. "See you tomorrow, little buddy. Good night, Goldie." Goldie smiles back. "Good night, Papa. See you tomorrow." Goldie then closed his eyes and finally drifted off to sleep.
Mm-hmm.